All right. So I've been listening to more of Professor Black Truth basically break it down. And it's definitely giving me a much more three-dimensional perspective. It's giving a lot more clarity. And a lot of what I see is definitely in predictable cycles. There is a psychology of white supremacy that is not impossible to break down, but definitely requires a lot of quick response time. I mean, with this new media and the way you have Twitter and Facebook and YouTube, you can have a trend get legs and cause a lot of damage. So it's important that we understand how to respond with, the quickest and most effective coordinated response, and to initiate the correct narrative to overall destroy white supremacy and replace that kind of thinking with a wholesome, healthy, living, breathing society. That's something that we still haven't gotten to yet. And I have to say that when I listen to the videos, I mean, he's really good with the humor, the wit, the sarcasm. I don't even like sarcasm, but he's the exception. And it is hard to distinguish who's on our side, and a lot of the big media players definitely do manipulate. But what I've learned to do is to look at the content and separate the content from the author. And I would recommend to anyone who's listening, you see these articles, and I'm starting to do this now. I'm using the Professor Black Truth. I'm using his smell test on an article, and I'll see who the article writer is, and I'll write my own response to the article, and then campaign on that writer's Twitter page or that writer's Facebook page to bring them down, to bring their effectiveness, to make it so that if they're lying, that they have no credibility, because that's what we have to do. I don't see how new black media is effective without the campaigns to go right along with it, because until there's enough leveraged power, credibility and respect is right at this point the biggest leverage that we have to use, and that's where we need to focus our energy at this point.